So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 and a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Stanford Cardinal. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
The Cardinal head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. So NC State's offense comes onto the field first today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not a lot of room to field this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying. Gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Moving the pocket, it's Warren. With the catch, it's Brown. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
On the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
They'll run it on the counter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. They'll send the back in motion. Using his legs, it's Scott. There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Left side, it's Ford. Makes the grab in their space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Handoff to the single back. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Right side, it's Snow. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Needs it here on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Warren. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd down coming up after that completion. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, it's Scott. Oh, he's got some space. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. And he's brought down after a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Right at the line. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And now the Wolfpack will call the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. makes a run in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. To the air, it's Warren. Rush right in his face. Gets open down the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He'll take the deep shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls.
He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Going deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Pitt coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game on the farm. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Stanford's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, there is a big sense of urgency coming out of the locker room at the half. They know their backs are against the wall right now. All of the momentum going to their opponents as they went into the locker room. But now they get the ball back to start this third quarter, and coach said, this is our time. We have got to take back that momentum, and he believes his team can do what it takes. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking for the edge. It's Ford. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Grabbed in the middle. It's Blackburn. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. They'll run it. It's Ford. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Out wide left, it's Brown. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Stanford. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Got it. Not quite going to get there, and he couldn't get this game tied up. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down to the air. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense
makes a grab and room to run. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force the negative play.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Turns it upfield. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Warren. Fires to the wideout. Just had to get rid of it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Finds his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Look out! Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Priority number one, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick give. It's Ford. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going to the ground. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Caught. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third down play from the gun. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Reels it in. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls it and runs it again. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The official says no good. Still leading by 2 after the miss.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, he can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Under pressure. Makes the grab. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Cardinal coming off that big pass back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Warren. Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now on the counter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And he got it! And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, you just go for it on fourth down. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll run the counter. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. And I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play calling.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Acker. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Rush is on. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
3rd and long. Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down.
And that was the perfect play on defense. You make the tackle inbound short of the first down marker, so the clock is still running. Right now, they've got the offense scrambling.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quickly out to the tight end. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. Running inside, it's Ford. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, 1, you lost yards, but 2, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay bounds. Just go down.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.